There are some world-class innovations here in Leiden and some exceptional talent, but not enough of these innovations are reaching the market to benefit the patients. We at LEH want to change that. Our involvement with these startups goes far beyond just investing. We support entrepreneurs at every level, from validating the earliest ideas, bringing in new investors, right through to an exit. And now we have a global reach. We've come a long way in the last 3 years with 28 investments, but we're still just getting started. I'm so proud of the people that we work with. Our ambition is to help entrepreneurs realize their dreams, and we want to create truly lasting change, not just for a few startups, but to give every entrepreneur the best chance of success.
My name is Nathaniel Martin. I'm a professor of biological chemistry in the Institute of Biology at Leiden University. And in my research group, we are looking to discover and develop new antibiotics that will hopefully address the problem of antibacterial resistance. The dream scenario for us would be to see the compounds that we're working with today, some 5 to 10 years from now, being used to treat serious infections in humans.
Ampliopharma basically means we amplify the efficacy of validated medicine. What we do with methotrexate forte, we solve a problem of efficacy in the majority of the patients that have rheumatoid arthritis or other autoimmune diseases. We have added a small molecule to the active drug substance. This extra molecule traps methotrexate in the pro-inflammatory cells. And by trapping it, it becomes much more effective.
Today, patients are treated as numbers, and this leads to ineffective treatments with a lot of costly side effects. In the far future, there will be a personalized prescription on the treatment you need. Our MedPrint 3D printer can print with cartridges, like the coffee cups. So the pharmacy can insert the cartridges in the device, press start on the touchscreen, and the printer will make the tablets.
Bimini Biotech is a startup developing new drugs for blood cancers. Our target is WASP, Wiskott-Eldrick syndrome protein. It's a protein that is present only in non-erythroid hematologic cells. What happens is that WASP is critical for forming the cytoskeleton of these cells, like the skeleton of the human body, and is used by the cells for growth and all kind of other housekeeping functions. With our new drugs, we could potentially treat those patients and extend their survival.
At Cantoni Therapeutics, we are developing novel treatments for metabolic syndrome, which includes obesity, diabetes, and high cholesterol. We have developed small molecules, which are compounds that act against an enzyme called NNMT, which is involved in the metabolism of vitamin B3. And vitamin B3 is very important for your energy homeostasis, which links directly into the transfer of fats and sugars into energy. The inhibitors that we have developed are over 100 times more potent than other compounds out there.
When a baby does not breathe, there's a panic, and doctors then cut the umbilical cord to move the baby. You create a shock in these babies' circulation. Their heart rate drops, their oxygen saturation drops, which can cause damage and injury. The solution we provide, we call that the Concord Birth Flow, with a device called the Concord Birth Trolley. And that enables the caregiver to provide this immediate life-saving care close to mom, but with the umbilical cord still connected. In that way, the baby has maximum benefit from the blood flow from the placenta and stays close to mom.
The HealthIQ is a company which develops remote patient monitoring platform. You have a lot of lifestyle apps which does not have any medical evidence. Basically, our aim is to leverage the data from the patients, which we can collect on a daily basis, to monitor them and to build the personal health plans, and according to that, to have very personalized digital therapies. We're developing the algorithms, we're testing them in the clinical trials to get the medical evidence. My dream would be that everyone would be able to have this personal medical assistance in the pocket.
The impact of having a voice disorder or stuttering severely is that people get isolated. We are developing a speech technology that is able to convert a whispered speech into a voiced speech. And it's done in real time. So you can use WISP to make phone calls, have video chats. You can use it on your mobile, but you can also use it on your desktop.
It is our aim to produce an alternative animal-free heparin. Heparin is the world's most common blood thinner. However, it is still extracted from pig intestines. Our technology is based on a patent that was developed from the Environmental Biotechnology Department in TU Delft and utilizes environmental heparin-producing bacteria. Our motivation lies in the societal impact of our technology, as it eliminates the risks associated with animal sourcing, such as security, supply, safety, and geopolitical concerns, ensuring the access to this essential medicine to all patients in the world.
60,000 people per year worldwide die because of a direct effect of orthopedic implant infection. IPD heats up the implant during surgery, killing the bacterial colonization and destroying the biofilm, and curing the infection in one time. We start with the hip implant, and after that the knee and traumatology, spine, oncology implants, and even in the future dental implants, because that is an infection area which is also serious.
We dream of a world where all liver cancer is treatable and not a death sentence. In the general population there's an increase in the cases of liver cirrhosis, and we're able to treat these patients by identifying liver cancer early. The main invention is the fact that we've screened the human serum proteome, being all the proteins in blood, and we found synergistic combinations of these proteins. And now we combine 6 proteins in one machine learning model that can identify the patient with a 69% accuracy. I'm very excited to live in the time where we can combine these technologies and bring that towards the clinical practice.
Typically, people are dosed with oncology drugs to what they can stand, not to what they need. Oncolize is really a company which deals with injecting drug depots into solid tumors. So we've developed a formulation with polymers, and at room temperature these polymers mixed with chemo, existing chemo, is injected into the tumor as a thin liquid, but as soon as it hits the body temperature, these polymers gel into a pudding, if you like. This contains the drugs, and it slowly releases the drugs into the tumor at a concentration which is approximately 10 to 100 times higher than you could ever achieve by doing it through your whole system.
I am really fascinated by technology and the impact it can bring to our everyday life. With Exit 71, we develop innovative technologies for the analysis of novel biomarkers, exosomes. Exosomes are these tiny particles that all cells in our body make to send each other messages. They put their own molecular information in these particles and release them in all body fluids, blood, urine, even tears. Exosomes are really the snapshots of health or disease state of organs.
At River Biomedics, we develop human 3D cardiac models. We make use of stem cell technology where we can take cells out of any individual and transform them into beating cardiac cells. And then we assemble these cells as building blocks into three-dimensional tissues that are representative of the human heart. And this technology is very useful because then you can use them as a test bed to verify if the new drugs being developed are actually useful and in a human situation even before you get to the clinical trials.
VitalScan has great technology to test drugs in human tissues that very much are alike the tissues that are in the body. I'm convinced that if you want to treat cancer patients, that you need to know whether the patient is responding to treatment or not. We get the tissues from the patients and we make it into little fragments with the 3D morphology. We seed it into the assay in little wells. We expose that with the drug and then we look how the morphology changes if we put the drug on it. The impact on the treatment for cancer patients could be major.